Well, hey there, friends, it's Chris from the Rate the Record podcast here, and it is indeed time for an NMR, a new music review. Those things I haven't really done too many of as often, I apologize, but regardless, I am here now. I'm going to do this now. 3 new songs that I've checked out. There's been a plethora since I've apparently missed a bunch. I've chosen 3. I've got opinions. I want to hear your opinions too. That's how this whole thing works, so we should probably go ahead and get started. Per usual, as I roll over this way, this is where I remind you that if you like what you see and or hear today, make sure that you like and subscribe. It helps the channel. I do like seeing that kind of stuff. Makes me feel good too. Support the content if you like it, and by all means share your opinions and leave comments down below. It's all fun like that. Let's get started. So first up on the list today, we have the band Spiritbox, the metalcore band out of Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. And they may only have 1 album out right now, but you know something else has got to be cooking up. It's in the works somewhere because they just dropped a brand new single, and it's called Soft Spine. Realistically, this one's just a simple, straightforward, but super heavy hitter. I think there's a lot that you can enjoy about this one. It's just super brutal. Then you have these noisier little layers of guitar that are kind of sprinkled in between certain sections as well, and I think that acts as excellent little textural pieces that you can just kind of throw in and fill any potential void. Not that I think this song has too many voids or feels too empty or anything like that. There's a lot of great sounding layers in it, but this was just another smart addition to throw in to keep the song interesting, even in small parts in the background. And overall, I can say we have a pretty badass track on our hands right now, and especially with that refrain of "you all deserve each other." Like, that just sounds great on top of that intense screaming that happens at several points of the song, and it even ends the song as well, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to see Spiritbox next week at the point of me releasing this video on September 19th. They're playing in Toronto. I'm going to go see them. They're opening for Korn. Should be a great show, and I look forward to hearing this one live. Next up on the list, we have Devin Townsend of Devin Townsend Project, the Devin Townsend Band, and of course, Canada's greatest export of metal to this day, strapping young lad. He has a new album coming out in October called Power Nerd, and he has released the 2nd single aside from the title track itself, and this one is called Jainism. Going into this one, it wasn't the big, heavy impact of some of his past work that I would have probably anticipated coming into this one. It's still pretty heavy at points, but not just the same as past works, as I've said, but there's so much atmosphere in this track that it gives you a little more to dig into as you're getting through it, so I think it makes it interesting. There's a lot of synth and ambience like carrying a lot of the structure of this track, and for the most part it works. It's fine by me and everything like that, but I think it kind of pulls from the last leg of the track a little bit, and what could have been like a bigger, more intense ending, like just a more grand ending to the song. It felt a little weak towards the end, but at the same time, I think the song overall is still pretty damn good. And you know what? That is a good overall point to leave it at. It's still a good track no matter how you look at it. And also that chorus is just a massive, beautiful, catchy piece of the track there. I really like it. It sounds big, kind of the big that I was hoping that the ending could be, but just maybe a little bigger. I don't know. Regardless, I like this song. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just being wordy at this point. You'd swear I'm trying to do like some sort of weird video essay or something with all these extra sentences. Finally on the list today, we have the band Mogwai, the post-rock act out of Glasgow, Scotland, and they just dropped a brand new single, and it's called God Gets You Back. This really is like a very hypnotizing kind of track. You have this like looping synth and guitar line that just kind of really puts you into that mood, and it kind of comes in at the beginning, it comes in towards the end as well, so it's just kind of sandwiching everything and then just making everything feel very, I don't know, like airy atmosphere, kind of light in a way, very swirling also because of the repetition of it. I think that's pretty cool. And then you're met with all these different textured layers as well that really go back and forth sonically between feeling very icy cold and just kind of like, you know, super smooth, kind of like ice can be. And then there's also pieces that feel like kind of jagged and crunchy because there is distortion at certain points, even digital distortion around the beginning as well. So I kind of like that you're getting a little bit of both, so it's not just one consistent thing all the way through. Just makes it a little more interesting for me. And that pickup in the middle is really nice too. It still feels very spacey like most of the song actually does, but it has something of a dancey quality to it, so I mean it feels kind of like melancholic dancey, but you know what, I'm fine with it. It sounds pretty cool. And overall, I think I can easily say that I ended up liking this one far more than I thought I was going to. Not that I went into it thinking I was going to have a problem with it, not that I have a problem with Mogwai, and to be 100% honest, I don't really know the full extent of their catalog. I know a few tracks and that's about it. But I mean, this one's a really pretty composition with a lot of different styles of layers going into it. And they all meld together so well too, so I think that's what made it super pleasing for me. Definitely pop this one on if you're not going to pop the other two on. This one's not metal as compared to the other two, so maybe it'll be a bit easier for you. I don't know. Check it out. And that's all I have for the NMR this week. That's it. And I want to start doing these more again weekly like I used to, but it's a little harder with a full-time job, other responsibilities, and then, of course, the podcast to take care of as well. So I apologize if you actually do enjoy these NMRs. But do me a favor, if you do enjoy these NMRs all together, if you enjoyed this one, let me know down in the comments below of how you felt about it. Do you like these songs? Did you not like these songs? Do you agree or disagree with me? What are your opinions on them? I want to hear all of those down in the comments below, so make sure you're doing that, please. And thank you. And also liking and subscribing too. That's another good way to show your support. And you can also let me know your opinion at other places as well. I mean, on the social media posts, obviously. Those can all be found at ratetherecord.ca. That is ratetherecord.ca. The social media links, the streaming links, the RTR merch links, and of course the RTR Club, $3 a month, early access to podcast episodes, shout out on social media, easy and general discourse with me, request albums to do for the show. I'm not sure if I said that one already, but that's a big one, I guess. And of course, if you have a song that you want me to review, I can do that over there as well. And if I get enough of them, then I'll compile them after I've done them on Ko-fi and then be able to put the video out on YouTube as well. Sound like fun? It could all be found over at ratetherecord.ca. I'm done now, so I can probably let you go, but just a quick reminder, episode 116 of the podcast did come out this week, and episode 116 was System of a Down's self-titled album. Last time we looked at System of a Down was episode 50 back in like season 3, I think it was, so it's been quite a while. It was nice to get to this one. What did I think about it? Did I love it? Did I hate it? And also, do you love it or hate it? Gotta let me know by going to that video and checking it out. And 117 is coming this coming Monday, and I can tell you right now, as the solo set of the podcast I've been doing since episode 101, this one is the biggest episode. Now, back when Savannah was here, doing an episode that was nearly an hour long was pretty common, but for me, it's not so common. It's a beast of an episode. It's a double album I'm doing, so you're going to want to check that one out. It's going to be fantastic. I think you're going to enjoy it. Did I enjoy it? You're going to have to tune in and find out. But yeah, that's all I have now. So once again, thank you very much for watching. So until I see you next time, go listen to some awesome music. Take care, friends.